Greetings in the name of the Mosiah. It's your boy King Yedaya, aka King Solomon, staying wise in life and in these markets. And I'm doing a trade recap on Baba. And today we gapped up on the open today in the pre-market. Excuse me. We closed yesterday at around 196.02. Well, actually, the close at 4 o'clock was around 196.13, so we just traded sideways until the actual close around 8 o'clock last night. So when we opened this morning, we gapped up to just below R4. And let's see, let me make sure my pivots are calculated properly. Right, so I'm gonna use calculating pivots without pre-post market data. All right, let's see. Right, so with those pivots, we gapped up above R4. So when we opened, just before we opened, we actually opened above R4, but then we fell. So let's see. Going back to the study config, if we're calculating the pre-market, right, so we would be below R4 if we calculate the pre-market. So let's run with that. So we were just below R4, rejecting R4, but we had a gap up. So that's signifying that we're kind of rejecting the long thesis where it gapped up, but then we gotta wait for the open to see if it's actually gonna hold at R3 and then push up or not for a long bias or a short bias. So when we opened at let's see, around 200 and let's say 87.90 around there. So that means we kind of rejected that R4 long breakout. We dropped down past R3. We retraced a little bit. We did a little pullback. Found the rejection here at 219. Then we dropped down again. Now, at this point, I wasn't in front of my computer. I was just getting out of bed. And your boy tired and stuff like that, man. So I opened my phone. I opened the app. I opened TradingView on my phone. I saw well, this is how I found Baba. So I saw that the SPY was gapping up, and when you break down the SPY, I think it's XLI or XLY. One of them is like it's like sections of the SPY, which kind of how could I explain it? It's specified to certain sectors. So the sector that was gapping up the most was the consumer sector, right? So that's how I went to look at my stock list and which ones are in consumers. So Baba is a consumer stock, right? So that's how I found Baba. So it was gapping up. I see it's rejecting at the open. I see it's rejecting the long thesis. We actually broke below R3, pulled back, and started to break again below R3. But at this point, I was still in bed on my phone, so I was like, you know what, this is a really good trade because we're actually rejecting the gap up. So it looked like we're filling the gap. You know this gap right here, the gap up from yesterday. You see how we jumped up? So now we're filling that gap, right? So we're doing a pullback. All right, let's make this bigger. Right, so fell below R3. That's 199.28. Pushed back up, rejected at 219, 217 around there. Broke back below R3. So that's when I got off my bed and I was like, damn, let me try and catch this R3 breakdown, right? So luckily for me, it didn't break down all the way. It did a little pullback again, and then it started to break R2. So by the time I opened my program and my Dash Trader Pro program and stuff like that, we were breaking our two somewhere around here, and that's when I jumped in at 197.55. So we got the little we pushed down, got the little retracement. I could have added here, but I was just getting out of bed, so I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. So we got the R2 break entered here at 197.55, and then we just broke down, and I decided to cover when it found support here at 195.28. My original target, I think, was what was it? It was 195, right? But somehow on my Dash Trader Pro app, that's where I entered. I didn't enter on my program, so I entered in bed on the app and then jumped up and tried to get the ball rolling. So something went wrong with the app. Like, I could have actually caught this, I think, but then I realized like the app didn't put in the order. So that's when I had to reconfigure, and I set my range order. It was below 195 or something like that. But that's when I started to trail my stop, coming down, like all around here, trailing my stop to this area. Then we getting this breakdown here further in the candle, and we found support here. So when I saw this support here, I started considering to cover, because we're doing like a double bottom, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So after we did this double bottom, I was like, you know what? Let me get out of here before it breaks above. We had another test again around the 195 area. I could have caught that, but I didn't. I just didn't hold, because of this. These two support, well, double bottoms. When it found that support right there, I decided to cover. So I covered at 196. What was it? 196.14. Yeah, 196.14 is where I covered. So from 197.54 at 196.54, we got like a dollar move, and then we cascaded down again, and I covered at 196.14. So it wasn't a bad trade, and we recovered. It pushed back up, but I was one and done today. This was a good day for me. I got my nice little profit, a dollar and change, and yeah, that's it. So it was a R2 breakdown. If I was in front of my computer, I could have took like the R3 breakdown. I could have entered like around here, which would have been even nicer. But your boy is tired, man. We working two jobs, and you gotta get some sleep too. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. That's my trade recap. It's the R2 breakdown. Cover that support, the double bottom support. Yeah, and that's me right there for the day. You know what I mean? It's all green. All right, y'all. It's your boy King Yadiya, aka King Solomon. Staying wise in life and in these markets, and y'all trade safe and stay blessed.